Well, it's time for Deadpool 2, and I'm at Fin 1. So, Deadpool 2, I think it's funnier as the first, but more violent. So I do think that there's a good development for Wade in this film, like, really good, and it makes me think of the character, like, getting more mature. And then the end credits happen for this movie, and then it kind of contradicts what he learned on what he did. I mean, that is the character, and the jokes are the Merc with the Mouth, the Fort Wall Breaker, all that stuff, yada yada yada. Yeah, but it's still a pretty fun movie overall. So yeah, just just let it slide. When I was writing my ideas for the review, I was thinking about like, giving a higher score, but I remembered the end credits, and then it kind of lowered down a little bit. Well, I'll talk about it when we get to it. But yeah, so I like the opening of the film, how he just is mourning over the loss of Logan, having that little, what was it? Let's say ballet thing, something like that, or music player. That's it, music player. And it just shows Logan, the staff, and the end of Logan. That's just funny. And then Deadpool just kills himself because he can't live without Logan or Hugh Jackman in his franchises. That'll bring him the money maker. But we do find out in a little bit that why he killed himself was not because of Logan dying. Still, it's very hilarious. So Wade does explain what happened over the last few years of him doing the mercenary stuff, and this is where we get new violent action sequences, which are very impressive. I think it's the guy that did John Wick as well. I haven't seen those movies, but I heard they're really great, so maybe I should just check them out eventually. But yeah, it's just really great seeing him doing all that mercenary stuff, cutting out people's heads, wearing high heels, whatever. Pretty hilarious, as always. And then we also learned that him and Vanessa are trying to start a family, and then some assassins come and he tries to protect her, but he tries to protect her, but she ends up dying, and then he goes after him. And after he caught up to him, and he hugged him, I thought he was gonna say something like, "Thanks for giving me out that life." I don't know why I thought that, because since this is a comedic character that basically does silly stuff to, like, I guess stay single, but he does love Vanessa, and I'm very uncomfortable talking about this. I thought he was gonna say something like, "You got me out of a good one" or whatever, or something like that. Like, that would make him an asshole. So I don't know why I thought a couple times like that about this movie when he was explaining stuff like that to, like, also Colossus. I just expected, because he's Deadpool, that's why he does goofy stuff, and like I guess Merc with a mouth can have a heart as well. So it's dumb for me to think that. So that's why Wade tries to kill himself. He can only be in the afterlife for a short period of time. When he sees Vanessa, she says, like, your heart's not in the right place right now to be here. So he has to do something to make his heart be in the right place to finally be with her. Or just cut out the mutant powers. Just cut out his healing factor, and then be okay. Die. Then Colossus comes by. Well, since he's a superhero, he knows that stuff, a big tragedy explosion happened, and that's when he brings Wade back to the X-Men. He tries to convince him that, hey, you have potential, you can be a hero like me and the rest of the X-Men, but Wade doesn't want that. Wade also explains that he blames himself for Vanessa's death, and well, he tries to explain that it was a criminal that did it, and he was the criminal that did it. People just blame themselves for a lot of things, and that's what makes you human, I guess. And it's just, you just gotta find your way out to find light of your humanity and find your new family. He also explains that him and Vanessa was trying to start a family, and then Colossus said this could be your new family, the X-Men. And then Wade gives him a giant big hug and touches his rear end. Always with the weird stuff with him and Colossus, a weird relationship. Also, we do see a lot of shenanigans with the background of the X-Men, because how he says, like, oh, I only see you guys. I only see you and 11 over there, or whatever he said. I think he said 11 at one point. Or he called her Stranger Things or something like that. But yeah, we do see the rest of the X-Men in a classroom when a random door is opened, and you see, like, Beasts and some other X-Men, which is very hilarious to see that. Now let's move on to the dystopian side of things. Cable story. He comes from a dystopian future with a tyrant ruler, and he tries to go back to the past to kill that tyrant ruler as a young boy, or he can just go back to the past when he's even younger. It's reverse Terminator, kill somebody evil to change the future, instead of killing someone that's good to make all the robots be rulers. And yeah, the tyrant ruler is Russell, that little kid that or Fire Fist. Fire Fist Ace! That sounds a lot better. It's a Fire Fist Russell. So watch One Piece. Yeah, so that's his goal, to go to the past, kill Russell, save the future. So yeah, that was a quick note of that. So let's go back to the X-Men, or DeadPool. And Colossus brings his team to go solve that problem. That problem is Russell, the kid that Cable was looking for. So DeadPool does stop Russell without some goofy shenanigans first, and then he actually finally stops him. And then they put the power restraint on him, and then Russell talks about like he doesn't want to go back to the facility that he was at. He'd rather go to prison or the icebox, whatever you want to call it. That's what they're calling the movie. So well, it's basically prison. So yeah, no, same thing. Then Wade noticed that like, hey, did these guys hurt you? Also, like saying funny dialogue as well. Why I know it's Deadpool, but like, can he ever be serious at one point? Like, he doesn't have to like call like weird pedophile guys or whatever they are. Whatever he was saying. That one creepy dude looked like a lizard man actually. So then Deadpool makes a speech about being a hero and to hear how the heroes do the right thing, and then he just kills some of the other weird people or pedophiles, he's calling them. And then that's when Deadpool also gets thrown in the prison or the icebox. So Wade does get to know Russell a little bit more. How he explained that, hey, the guy that had me in that facility hates mutants, and he did experiments on me. He kind of doesn't like it there, and he wants to break out of this prison, or try to break out of this prison. They do get a bit of a hassle with some other inmates because like they're new guys. Also, Deadpool has power strain on him, and then he doesn't care to like actually live, and he just wants to die because of the cancer that he has that's growing on him. That's after like when he got beat up by the inmates because no powers, and the inmates are just big tough guys, so that's why they're able to get the upper hand on them. And Wade also says like, I don't really care about you anymore or whatever. If you want to break out, try and get to know people, and also like make friends with the big guy that will try and break you out of here. And then Cable comes into the prison and then tries to kill Russell. But Wade's not having with this guy and actually ends up fighting him and or just doesn't like him. That's why he's, or because at this point he's helping Russell while he doesn't really care about that kid. So I'm like, what? This is the part I have trouble with thinking about, because if you don't care about him, then why save him? I guess movie plot, probably, but yeah, this is like the only minor niche that I have problem with. Because like, if you didn't really care at this point, and you're fighting Cable as well, he said, I don't really care about the kid, and why protect him? Like, that's the only problem with the other part. A little minor. I know it's a nitpick, but I guess it's a minor one, or not that big one. I don't really care that much. This is the only one I have. The microphone. Yeah, but also I forgot to mention that Deadpool, during this fight of Cable, he actually got the neck breaks off. So good job on that part, or good job for dying, because that's what That's what happens when he got the neck breaks off. It broke when he died or whatever. He fell down. There's a lot of good Easter eggs in here, because he goes like, I'm about as useless as Hawkeye like this, and then he makes fun of Cable's arms, saying the Winter Soldier arm, and then we get the famous line of, "You're so dark, it's just from the DC universe. I cannot use Fox Clip because it's not. You don't have the money that Disney owns, and Disney doesn't really care about people's reviews, and like they're really big on money." So yeah. So Wade does break out because the Cables push him out of the window, and then that's how he was managed to break out. Him going to the afterlife again, seeing Vanessa, it says like, kids make the best of us. That's what makes us better humans. If we have kids, or whatever, it makes the best of us. And then he has to learn selflessness, and that's when he talks to, I guess, his friend Weasel again. That's his name, right? It's been a while. Or T.J. Miller's character. Yeah, I look at my own notes. It was named Weasel. And he also like heard like from his people, his snooper rounds or whatever, that all the mutants are being transferred to a Supermax prison. So Wade needs to build a super team. He has the Indian guy. That's all he needs. This cab driver. His name. That's the character. I forgot his name was. So back at the prison, Russell does make friends with the big guy. The big guy is the Juggernaut. When I was in the theater with my friend, when he first revealed like the big guy cage, he was wondering, like, my friend was like whispering to me like, who could that be? Like, oh, I was like, well, it's a big cage. It's obviously the Juggernaut. So like, and also like weeks, months before, like when they first like did that taser where he's like doing all the painting and stuff like that. The Weekly Planet, Nick Mason, the party boy guy, said that prediction a long time ago before anyone else like she thought of that or speculating that or something like that. I always follow Weekly Planet, so I like their speculations more than anyone else, and they're the only ones I actually follow with speculations that probably have like good intentions or possibly good reasons to speculate on things. Well, they're the ones that are probably the best at it. They're just average morons like me. They're not like that super speculated on things, but yeah, like the other ones, they're awful. Like 10 videos a day of something. But yeah, that's when I said to my friend like, "Hey, that could be the Juggernaut." He's like, he really freaked out. His reaction to a lot of things are just like very traumatic. Whoa! Like that, like it could be a Juggernaut, and it's like whoa! I kind of want to laugh at him sometimes when he makes those really dramatic faces, like the Facebook like wow face. That's him. Sorry, Ed. So in order to save Russell, he has to build a superhero team, like their own Avengers, but it's the X-Force. The only character that actually does matter is Domino and Peter, jokingly aside, because the reason why everyone else doesn't matter because they all die, but they do come back. But at this point, after when everyone gets assembled, they all just die. But yeah, Domino is pretty cool, and her power of luck is pretty useful, and Wade does not like that. Like, luck isn't a superpower, but I guess it kind of is. She's very lucky. Just everything just goes her way. So when they're going to do the X-Force mission, they jump out of the plane, and this is when everyone just dies. Brad Pitt's character just gets shocked, and somebody falls into like the tree grinder thingies, whatever. It's it's just like hilariously you. But yeah, Domino is the only one that's lucky enough to survive all of this. And you go to the cargo with all the mutants and stuff like that. Cable shows up and then fights Deadpool for a little bit, and then there's a crash because well, I think it's because Domino's luck it crashes, and then Russell and also the Juggernaut escape. I think also Deadpool gets cut in half or ripped in half by the Juggernaut. So after all that, they go back to the house with the blind lady, and then Cable comes by, and then Team Deadpool doesn't like that, and they have all the weapons ready. Then Cable tells him about that he comes from the future, and Russell is the ruler of this future. He says if Russell gets his first kill, that's just the start of his path of more killing throughout the years. And if he doesn't kill him, then there is no perfect society of the future. It's just a horrible dystopia. That's all it is. If he doesn't do anything about it, so that's why he needs to kill him. And in a way, it's just like, hey, if I prevent him from killing anyone, then he won't kill anyone at all. Give me that like a minute or 5 minutes to convince him, and then Cable goes like, no, 30 seconds to convince him, and then you do shit on it. Well, with a weird, well, Deadpool was cut in half for a little from the earlier fights, and then his healing factor kicked in and gave him baby legs, and then he just walked closely like a little toddler to shake Cable's hand, which is very weird and very hilarious. But no ass grabbing this time, just a good old handshake. So away goes to X-Men and tries to convince Colossus to come join his superhero crew to save Russell, but he doesn't like it. He says go away, and then Deadpool's sad about it. He can't bring shining Jesus with him. So Team Deadpool just goes without the X-Men. All obviously Russell and Juggernaut make way there first, and then while he's there, Russell just torments the guy that was tormenting him. Now it's vice versa. Now he's the tormentor, and now he's the one that's afraid. Gotta get there fast before he kills him. And also Deadpool and the others try to take on the Juggernaut, which they fail miserably. And then in the nick of time, Colossus and the X-Men show up, and then Colossus say, "You're doing the right thing. Just go save that kid." And then we get a Colossus versus Juggernaut battle, and that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, that's a giant CGI fight, like in Infinity War with Hulk and Thanos. And giant CGI fights are cool to see. So yeah, You got one in Infinity War, now you get one here. So yeah, best of both worlds, right? Also, Wade and Cable try to go after Russell. Yeah, he's like barely half the building down. So and then, well, when everyone's around or everything, when everything's all destroyed, the bodies are everywhere. The pedophiles are dead. Yeah, we calling them pedophiles. Like the workers, like, well, they are kind of creepy people. And also, Domino saves all the other children. With her lucky powers, which is still pretty amazing to see. Luck is a power. DeadPool. I think he said at the end, like you convinced me that luck is a superpower or whatever, something like that. That's at the end. I'm talking about the right now. When everything is like all burnt down and stuff like that because of Russell's firepower. Wade says like, if you're gonna kill somebody today, kill me, and he puts on the power dampener. Also, Cable tries to like, kill Russell, but Wade steps in front of him and then Wade finally dies because since he has a power dampener, he can't heal, and he has a bullet in his chest. Or you can just take it off and see what happens like that, and or I don't know. There are so many things that probably like happen, but he actually does see Vanessa, and then Cable just goes back in time. I was like wondering like, could you just take off and he'll come back to life? But I guess not because it's in the heart probably, or I guess the healing factor doesn't work like that, or if he's already dead. Because like he did step into the afterlife and he went through all that barrier to go be with Vanessa. I guess he can't come back. I'm assuming Cable has a change of heart or as an idea, or he'll go back because he'll just use his time portal just to go back. He only has one go back to actually go back to the future to his time, but he ends up choosing to save Wade. Also earlier he stole his coin, and I guess he did it after waiting back in time. He had the coin, so that's when Cable shot him. The coin blocked the bullet. So yeah, instead of like, I'll keep this coin as a reminder. Yeah, his Wade's lucky love coin between Vanessa. This time around, he didn't steal. So Wade does learn a lot of things about being a hero and a family man, and but then Supersonic Teenage Warhead, Super Supersonic Teenage Warhead or something like that. Whatever her name was, 11, the girl from Mad Max, and her friend or lover, whatever they are, fix the Cable's time machine, and then this is during the end credits, and then they fix the time machine, and Wade just ends up going back to the past to X-Men Wolverine Origins, killing fake dead. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, yes, kill him. I only saw that movie like once actually. I didn't. It was actually during the time I was watching just binging a lot of movies. A lot of movies just like swing over my head and like didn't like just I just watched them and didn't really care and didn't really think about them. What else? He kills Ryan Reynolds from making the Green Lantern movie, or about to make the Green Lantern movie, or getting signed on to whatever, which is very hilarious. And then, oh my God, if Deadpool kills Ryan Reynolds, his actor, wouldn't that kill Deadpool? Hmm. And then he also saves Vanessa, which like wouldn't time? I guess time doesn't matter anymore because this is the X-Men universe. Time is very wacky. Xavier is not 40 in the 80s or whatever. He should be like in his 50s or 40s or whatever, but he's not. So I guess time in Deadpool universe, X-Men universe, doesn't matter anymore either. Oh yeah, also he saves the X-Force as well, especially Peter. Yeah, say Peter. Yeah, that's all the end credits. There were like just a couple of clips. I think there were like four of them, or five, whatever, unless you count the first one. So yeah, I did have fun with this movie, and I was thinking about giving a higher score, like a 9 out of 10, but I feel like it gave me like at least an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even lower, 8. Yeah, there's a lot of things that the end credits contradicts things that happened previously, or retcons them, how you want to say it. That bumped me down, and then there's also that middle part of him not caring about Russell, but then he's saving Russell. That little bothers me a little bit, so that's another point down for me, I guess. But overall, it's just fun. So, what did you think about Deadpool 2? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it funny enough for you? Was it not funny enough for you? Please give me a comment down below. Give me a like and really help me out. And subscribe for more. I've been Matt1. And see you later, moviegoers. Oh, that was a lot of talking. My arm kind of hurts from this one.